Oh, good morning from Carleton Place Curling Club, just west of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. You're watching quarterfinal action of the Mixed Doubles Super Series. This is the Hardline Open, first of a series of 5 Super Series events that are going to be held this year. In our feature matchup, we got 2017 world champions sweeping their first rock into play here. That is Martin Rois and Jenny Perret. Swiss duo been together for a long time. They played the last 2 Olympic Games. And our formidable force, their opponents this morning, familiar faces to Canadian curling fans, Lisa Weagle, Canadian women's champion, and longtime top skip in the country, John Epping. John's a former Canadian mixed champion. And they've been a team as well for a number of years. So we should have a great battle out here in this quarterfinal. And a good start for Weagle and Epping. Hammer was decided in these quarterfinals based on your round-robin records. Weagle and Epping were 3-0, so they earned the hammer. Perret and Rois had to come through a tiebreaker late last night. Got off the ice after midnight, so hence the little delay in quarterfinals starting this morning. Give the athletes time to get appropriate rest in anticipation of a 3-game day. Ice has been excellent here all week. About 4 feet of curl. And quite fast as well, so a nice start there from Rois. That blue stone is about a quarter buried. Epping is going to open up the front here. It is quarterfinal Sunday, so there are 3 other matchups going on out there, and I'll just go through the list right now. Over on sheet A, we've got Marie Calvi and Harry Lill. They're from Estonia, made the trip across the pond, and they went through the round robin 3-0. Did very well to qualify, and they're taking on Bobby Sauter and Kerr Drummond from Alberta. On sheet B, we've got former Canadian champions Laurel Walker and Kirk Myers taking on a formidable new team in Rachel Homan and Tyler Tardy. Rachel, of course, 3-time Scotties champion. Tyler, 3-time junior champion. So a new duo in the mixed double world, and they've had a great start here. And then over on sheet D, sheet 4, we've got 2 extremely talented teams. 2021 world champions from Scotland, Jen Dodds and Bruce Mowat, taking on Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang. Now, everyone knows their accomplishments. Jennifer Jones, the Olympic champion and 6 times Scotties champion, and Brent Lang has been on 5 world championship teams, if you can imagine. 2 juniors and 3 in the men's, and also competed in the Olympics in in Pyeongchang. So 2 very experienced teams there on sheet D. We'll keep the scores updated as best we can as we move through the quarterfinals here this morning. Epping, as you saw, elected to play the come around and overcurled ever so slightly, so a beautiful response there from Rois. Actually has his team line 2. You see John Epping having a look at the angles here. Initial call was a thin double. Just tick that top blue and move the back one on the way by. Extremely high degree of difficulty. That's never stopped John Epping from making a call, though. Going for it. It's got to be close. Just flies by the top blue and rolls underneath. So 4 reds in play. So that is a lonely blue. Problem for Weagle and Epping is those 3 reds behind the tee line are actually protecting the blue stone. Might be able to squeeze it through there. You see Jenny Perret indicating that it might be possible to pop that blue through the gap. Not easy. And Rois has a chance to really either come in and tap it back or just protect the front. So a tricky situation here for the Canadians. Perret and Rois have been specializing in this discipline for so long. They're very good strategists and really good shot makers, obviously, to have gone to 2 Olympics and had the success that they've had. Martin's actually a 2-time world mixed doubles champion, one with a different partner before he joined forces here with Perret. This is another nice draw, and the tap is made. Swiss continue to lie first. Epping and Weagle lying second, third, and fourth, it appears. That red on the right, or in the foreground, as we were looking at it a moment ago, is you can see about an inch or 2 of it. So with quiet weight, they might be able to even tap it back onto shot stone with hack weight. Certainly worth a try. If you happen to rub the guard out front, open things up, that would be okay. We'll see what John elects to play. We didn't get an indication of the call. Looks like he is throwing the quiet out turn. Trying to make something good happen here. Lisa Weagle on this early. This is really curling. Not going to like this at all. Disaster. Blue now lying 2. And they could possibly get another third one in there right onto the top of that blue, and there'd be no way at it easily for Lisa Weagle. Probably worth the try. Throwing this rock 3 times in a row already. Understanding that if you're a little short, that would be a good result. All of a sudden, quite the mess. We've seen this happen time and time again so far in this event. And anytime you watch mixed doubles, the smallest of errors usually ends up costing you more than 1 point. And Jenny Perret with her in turn, looking to get this into the top of the forefoot. Definitely does want to rattle things around too much. As long as the line's good, you'll see Martin sweep it right into the top. This looks pretty good. And that is excellent. How do you not give up 3 here is the question for Weagle and Epping. I don't think there's anything available on the left-hand side of the sheet, as Lisa's looking at it there. They'll need to run that red guard in out front. Hope for the best. It'd be a really good shot to only give up 2. It'd be a great shot to only give up 1. You need to run the red onto that red that John Epping's tapping with his brush. If you hit it perfectly, let's say you might be able to hold your opponents to 1. But as I said, they'd be thrilled to only give up 2 here. Somewhere right near the nose. The nose hit on the high guard. John just talking about how they'll call sweeping on this one. Big shot here from Lisa Weagle to get things going. This is tight. John's got to go to hold this straight. He's doing a good job. We'll see where the action. And a great shot to only give up 1. Phenomenal throw there from Lisa and a great result. And a sigh of relief for anyone cheering for Weagle and Epping here in the first end. 1-0. Perret and Rois lead.
We either go here or we run it. Would you like there?
Relieve John Epping, surveying the scene here in Ottawa. Mixed doubles Super Series. 5 events going across the country, culminating in the Tour Championship mid-December in Brantford, Ontario. Next event coming up will be in Saskatoon, November 5th and 6th weekend. And basically every other weekend after that. Leduc, Alberta, the weekend of November 20th. Winnipeg, Manitoba, the week of December 3rd, 4th. And I said the Tour Championship in Brantford, December 17th and 18th weekend. So Lisa Weagle, after playing a great run back, now being required to throw the freeze, and that's kind of the nature of the first and last rock thrower in mixed doubles. Interestingly, and we've seen almost every team here have the female partner throw first and last. That is not required by the rules. In fact, you can even change mid-game if you wanted. But so far, we've not seen any variations on that lineup. But, a little mistake there from Lisa, coming heavy. So early chance for pressure to be applied here again by Perret and Rois. Real key to the first couple of rocks in mixed doubles is getting those stones behind the center guard and either frozen or in line with the stone at the back. And again, top 8 foot is okay. But kind of the cardinal sin is to either throw it too heavy where you touch the one at the back and bounce open, or as we saw from Weagle there, just come around everything to the back. That rock will rarely come into play. Ice looks like it's picked up a little bit of speed here from the first end. All 3 draws coming just a touch heavier than the players would have liked. Once there are 5 rocks in play, as there are now, the guard and 4 in the rings, takeouts may be played. Epping looking for a quiet weight tap, trying to get by the guard. This is fairly close to the line. Lisa's doing a really good job holding this straight. Years of playing front end for Team Holman. Great sweeping. Really well done. That's a good shot from John Epping, and you can thank his partner for that. Going hard on this to keep the line straight. And very nice shot. Interesting situation now for Weagle and Epping. That red rock isn't going anywhere soon, the one in the kind of surrounded by the 2 blues, so they could play a run back here without too much risk. Or play a similar shot to the one they just did. They are playing same type of weight, same type of shot. Try to get that back blue. Out of there, try to leave the red rock shot stone. Trick here is not allowing some sort of hit back. Maybe a touch quieter than they were hoping. Interesting setup there. You see that the red at the top of the button in the middle of the 2 blues is pretty safe, as is the blue in front at this point. The goal with last rock is always to figure out a way to try to score 2 points. So if that's the goal, Epping and Weagle are going to have to make a move here on John's next shot, try to get shot stone.
That has to be easier than this, doesn't it?
Yeah, we're not scoring. I think I can score on that. I can't score on this.
Rio's taking quite a bit more ice here. Jenny Perret is holding the room well out into the middle of the 12-foot. So this looks more like a guard. Really curling. Caught some fresh pebble out there. A nice shot. Epping always looking for the angle. There might be room on the left-hand side as we're looking at it. That red is, I'd say it's like 2 inches exposed. They could throw a quiet weight, hack weight type of shot and perhaps get shot stone if they get by the top blue guard. Or they play the double peel up the middle, and that's what they've elected to throw. trying to get rid of the two blues and maybe send the back blue into the pile. This is close. Let's see what happens here. Pretty good shot, but not the result Epping and Weagle were hoping for. Pretty simple hit here now for Perret and Rois. They indicated hitting the one on the right first. That would give them a chance to lie 2, but if they hit the red on the left first, they could actually get rid of both reds and perhaps lie 4. And no easy way in there for shot stone. The question is, if they hit the red on the left too thickly, will it kill the red on the right? It looks like it goes pretty easily. So a chance to put some immense pressure on. The other problem, if this shot is made, and there's a guard out front, that blue guard that you see is actually in the way of the outturn draw. So there's no easy path into the 4-foot for Weagle if this shot is made. Throwing some weight here. It's pretty close. And very nice shot. And as I said, they're lying 4, and no easy way to score here for Epping and Weagle. That blue guard over on the right-hand side, just right of where John Epping slid by, that is in the way of the draw. Could hit that blue on the nose. That would also score 1. Have to make the double. Another big shot here for Lisa. Sounds simple. Hit the blue on the nose. Problem is it's against 4. So high pressure here in the second end. Again for Lisa Weagle on her last. John Epping trying to make this curl. Needs to move. Will it get over? Watch the shooter. And the shooter stays. So it's a steal of 1 for sure. We'll have to have a look at those other blues at the back. The one in the 4-foot's gone. The one at the top is gone. It looks like it's only a steal of 1. Really good result. Tough sledding here for Team Weagle Epping in the first couple of ends. It was only 1. So 2-0. Perret and Rois lead. John Epping thanking his teammate for a couple of great shots to finish first 2 ends. And Lisa saying, "Don't do that to me again, partner." As we look across the other quarterfinals over on sheet A, it is Calvi and Lille, the Estonians, up 2-0 after 2 ends of play. Walker Myers have jumped out to a 3-0 lead over Holman and Tardy. And Mowat and Dodds are also up 3-0 on Jones and Lang. So shutouts going on all 4 sheets here through 2 ends of play. This one looked like it grabbed something, kind of turning unnaturally there. It's going to go almost all the way out into the open. A little bit of a bad break there for Jen Perret and Martin Rios. Good opportunity here for Lisa Weagle to apply a little bit of pressure. Trying to get this into the top of the button, around the middle. Line's pretty good. And the weight's pretty good. So excellent start here for Lisa Weagle and John Epping.
Ja.
Just talking about the weight they're going to throw. This is the 5th rock of the end that's going to be in play. So no takeouts are permitted yet until after this rock comes to rest. So one of the reasons we see a ton of scoring in this mixed doubles format. Rios has done a great job this game of getting his stones into the top of the rings behind the guard. And that has caused all kinds of difficulty for John Epping.
Even if they have third, they go into the side, that side.
Epping looking for the corner freeze.
We're here yet, Dave.
Wanting this to stop. Lisa Weagle just walking beside this, letting it come to rest. Just stops in time. But there's no red double. Problem is it's completely open, so Rios can certainly tap that back and roll to the center line.
Yeah, I think it looks better at the end. The center's not in the way, but... Well, Stu, I wants to see now. You can still do anything. Like,
No, I agree.
inside the rock, it's just going to be inside. The middle's too much. Right?
Yeah.
Rios looking to tap the red back, roll the shooter to the middle. This is hanging, needs to curl quite a bit. It'll depend on his weight. That's a very nice result. Just came up enough. Red is lying shot zone. But the advantage, although red is shot, you see the 3 blues in front of the tee line. They can all be used by the Swiss team, and they're proving to be a problem for Epping and Weagle. Drawn indication was to hit the left-hand blue and get rid of 2 of them, which is good. But they said with the 3 reds behind the tee line, that's also a problem. So actually throwing this a little bit quieter, just trying to hit the wide blue and roll into the middle. So does glance off the top blue, leaves himself shot stone. Does actually improve the angles for the Swiss. The blue now lined up right onto shot zone. And as long as Rois makes contact with that top blue, it's naturally going to move the middle blue into a good spot. Swiss so far have really been controlling the angles. And right now Rois is out playing Epping up the middle. This has got a nice line. And really any kind of weight at all, if the line is good, will be a good result for the Swiss. Like that. And no easy way out again for Epping and Weagle. Tick off the red blue and send the shooter back in there. So the degree of difficulty on the shots that Epping and Weagle are throwing are much higher right now than what the Swiss are, mainly due to the team from Switzerland controlling the front of the rings. Get by. Will it hit anything? Just feathers the outside red and really doesn't make any dents. So there's a couple of options for Rois and Perret again. If Jenny Perret can throw a tap on the middle of the 3 blues at the front, could end up lying 2 frozen on the button. The only shot really for Weagle and Epping to score is on the other side of the sheet. That tap that red, come in, something like that. I think if Perret and Rois just hit the wide red on the left-hand side and roll to the middle, it'd be a guaranteed steal of 1. The question is, do they want to take a bit more of a chance and try to steal 2? Definitely playing say it looks like they're going to play the outturn tap, but what they're doing is guarding the left-hand side of the sheet. Rather than playing a hit, they're just going to guard the red on the outside on the left. And I don't know what Lisa Weagle will have. The last two ends she's been playing angle raise against 3, open hit against 4. And this shot might even be more impossible. That is, the blue guard is perfectly covering that red stone at the top of the aphid on the left-hand side. If you threw backline weight and just got by the guard, you could probably chip it in towards the button. But as I said, that red stone is basically dead buried. So you'd have to just get by with the perfect weight. On the bright side, it's only against 1. Quiet weight in turn tap. The line's in the vicinity. This is close. What a shot. Will she get shot stone? Not quite. What a great effort. But recurring theme here, another steal of 1 for the Swiss. Actually curled too much, if you could imagine. The rocket was dead buried. 3-0. Ray and Rios lead after 3. Fourth and underway here at the Mixed Doubles Super Series, the Hardline Open, coming to you from Carleton Place Curling Club. Beautiful Ottawa Valley region. So far in our feature matchup, it's been all Perret and Rois. But only stealing singles, 3-0. In this mixed doubles format, big ends are not uncommon, and now would be the time for Weagle and Epping to turn things around. Good start. So far, Rios has been excellent in this game, hasn't really missed anything. Done a very good job of applying pressure to the Canadian duo. That's the first little break that Epping and Weagle have had in this one. That blue ending up beside the red and not frozen in front of it. So chance now for Epping to get one into the pocket and get it into a spot where it can't be tapped back or removed. And really could end up line 2 here in great position. Other scores across the sheet. The Estonians called Lille up 4-0 after 3 ends over Sauter and Drummond. Holman and Tardy got 2 in the third end. They trail 3-2 without Last Rock playing the fourth against Walker and Myers. And Jones and Lang were forced to 1 in the third, and it is Mowat and Dodds with a 3-1 lead after 3 with Last Rock. And there's the shot that may turn things around here in this third end for Weagle and Epping. Canadians line 2 and frozen and in really good shape here. Early here in the fourth end.
Straight iron first. Straight iron. Hard. Yeah, go, go, go. Drag it. Go, 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 go. Right there. Go, go, go.
How'd you do, Bruce? Pretty close again. Come down there, sure again.
Rios ideally will tap the red that Epping just threw and get his back blue out of the way. It is his own throwing is causing his team some difficulty right now. The line's good. Will he have enough to rattle things around a bit is the question. Doesn't appear so.
It's really hard to get here, and I don't know.
Frozen, but as you can see, the blue is preventing that middle red from going anywhere. And if you're Weagle and Epping, you're probably content just to leave things as they are for the moment. One of the challenges here for John and Lisa is that the red stone on the left, as we're looking at it, is vulnerable. Can certainly be removed from play quite easily. It is half open, at least, maybe 3/4 open. I might be tempted to get the rock onto the other side of the sheet here if I was them, but we'll see how this plays out. If this stops short of really moving things around much, you might see Rios just play a hit on that open red. This could be trouble. Probably got away with it. But in a simple hit here, you hit that red that was just thrown. 2 reds fly out of there, and the scoring area for a second point is extremely small. John Epping won't be happy with that result. You see, the middle red isn't going anywhere. But if you hit the wide red, neither are the blues, and that stone at the back of the button will still be there. And the only way to score a second point would be to get another one closer to the middle. So this is a pretty simple call for Rios. Pretty easy decision. And then the challenge for Epping and Weagle is what do they do on the next one? They'd love to move things around, open up the scoring area a little bit, but by doing so you risk bringing a potential steal into play. Watch the 2 reds, watch the 2 outside reds. They'll fly away with any type of contact at all. trouble at all there. So you see the difficulty of where can you get a second red in there to score, and it's the only spot is on that left-hand side. So Epping looking at hitting that blue on the back of the button.
Maybe I'll get you to go.
Get rid of the back blues, the ones in the foreground here as we're looking at it. Open up a little bit of room for Lisa on her last. Need to be careful not to move all the rocks out the back. You might see Perret and Rois play a run back. Watch the blues. Oh, great double there. You could play the run back anyway. The blue-red-red combination's nicely lined up, and you can't take all the draws away. You might see a run back here from Perret. Even if it just peels it open, that top blue isn't going anywhere. Lisa Weagle will still have to play the draw to the side of the button.
No, you're good.
Nothing changes. And the reward is with a nose hit, blue could end up lying too buried. Here's a good look at it from the hack end. Hit that blue right on the nose and be a perfect result. Rios is cleaning up the center line on the way down, so it looks like they're going to take it on. Well, why not? This is there's really no risk, no way to, I think, make contact with your rock in the rings and give up more than 2. And the reward is huge with a good run back. It's in the ballpark. Needs to curl a bit. Just about. But they did give up a shot for 3, in fact. Wow. Hit that exactly wrong. And there'll be an open hit here for Epping and Weagle to tie things up. So a little bit unlucky there for Jenny Perret. If that rock curls another millimeter, that back red comes out of play. The blue stays in the 8-foot. Big break here for Weagle and Epping. Get back into this game and tie things up. These simple but important shots. Open hit. Hit and stay for 3. John, hold it. Watch the back one. Oh. Horrible luck. Shooter goes over and removes that back red and ends up only getting a single. Everything falling Perret and Rios away so far. 3-1, they lead after 4. You can see in the background there over on sheet 2, Walker Myers took 2 more in the 4th end. They lead 5-2 over Homan and Tardy. Lang and Jones stole one in the 4th end. They are down 3-2 playing the 5th end to Mowat and Dodds. And Sauter and Drummond on the board with 2 in the 4th end. They are down 4-2 without last rock to the team from Estonia called the Enlil. A disheartening miss there for Team Weagle Epping. Lisa's come around, comes up short. Actually opens up, shot Stone down the middle. You can definitely see in the body language of both teams now, Perret and Rois really energized. Weagle Epping understanding they're going to need to steal their way back into this one. We'll just get by the guard. Does, but it's short. It's a really unusual situation here now with those two reds off the center line. And we're hoping to steal. You really like to have the center guards out there. You can see the indication, Sean. They're looking like playing a come around between the two reds. Actually, he's elected to go wide around the higher of the two corner guards. That picks something up, definitely moving unnaturally here as it heads towards that red guard. Wants to unlock it, doesn't want to stay frozen. So quite a mess out front now. Perret and Rois with a 2-point lead and last rock. They might just open things up here. No way into the forfeit right now for either team. And it looks like Rois is just going to play a big weight hit up the middle, open things up, keep things simple. Might be worth Epping and Weagle just hitting and rolling buried here. In mixed doubles, blank ends are, not that they're not allowed, but if you do blank the end, you lose last rock advantage. So might be worth just hitting the back and taking your chances with last rock in the sixth end, or stealing one. That's we'll see what they elect to play. They are going to hit the shot stone. Tried to roll buried, didn't quite get over far enough. Not a bad result though. Rios looking for a hit and roll of his own. Shooter staying makes a big difference to Epping and Weagle. They're going to draw, but now there's a risk of 2 coming into the mix. Looking to come between the 2 red guards into the 4-foot area. Needs to move a bit, but the line's you're definitely going to get between the guards. Will it curl enough is the question. Lisa Weagle working hard on this, trying to get it buried. Doesn't matter if it's behind the tee line, just get it hidden. It's still at least half open. Another great chance here for the Swiss to score a couple. Really not a ton of risk. Some great sweeping there by Rios. Managed to just squeeze by and lie 2. So decision time for Weagle and Epping. Looks like they've elected to play the freeze. Again, the risk is obvious. Don't get the angles quite right. Could give up 3. But the commitment was made on John's last shot to try to go for the steal. So big shot again for Lisa Weagle. Needs to lock this on. Try to create a steal. Line's in the ballpark here. It's up to John Epping now to park it right on the face of this blue. Needs to keep the angle. Pretty good result for line, but you can see the challenge, it bumped it too far back. So this will be a quiet way tap for 3 for Jenny Perret. Just been no signs of at all from the Swiss of potentially missing a shot. They've been really on the money. So you know Perret's going to be close with this. Quiet way tap for 3. Not wide. This Rios is going to have to go on this. Doing a really nice job of keeping it straight. And made that look pretty easy. 3 blue. Perret and Rois will jump ahead 6-1 here after 5 ends of play. Sixth end underway here in our quarterfinal feature matchup between the 2017 World Champions Jenny Perret and Martin Rois, taking on 2 of Canada's best in Lisa Weagle and John Epping. For those wondering how one wins a World Championship, you just watch what's going on out here with this team. Perret and Rois have missed very little so far and have been in complete control. Other scores going on out there. Colby and Lil from Estonia in control. They're up 7-2 over Sauter and Drummond from Alberta. And Walker Myers forced Home and Tardy to take one in the 5th end, so it is Walker Myers, who are 2 up with the hammer, playing end number 6. And in the other quarterfinal between 2021 World Champions Jen Dodds and Bruce Mowat, they're taking on Jennifer Jones and Brent Lang. And Mowat and Dodds were forced to take one in the 5th, so Jones and Lang 2 down with hammer in end number 6, and a tight one on sheet 4. A nice freeze from Lisa to get things underway, and of course Rois comes right back, gets his own stone top of the button. So we're going to see a series of freezes here now from Epping and Weagle, down 5. They need to make something happen. John Epping looking for the in-turn tap. And just not what the Canadians were looking for here. One of those things in mixed doubles, you think up 6-1, you might just start to try to keep things open and peel away, but that very rarely is the case. So usually just keep your foot on the gas and see what happens.
Try to just throw high.
So Rios looking to just play a come around into the top 4 foot again.
Or we throw it harder and just get them all going.
Can update that game between Walker Myers, home and Tardy. Steal of 1 for home and Tardy. They're now only down 1, playing 7. The rock of Rios ends up in not a bad spot. Epping with his own rock coming up light last shot. He's almost forced to tap the red into the pile. It's about 3 feet short of the ring, so trying to hit the red guard onto the blue at the top of the button and save the reds at the back. This is running a little straighter than they'd hoped. Going to open things up a bit. Not what the doctor ordered. Chips it into the rings, but there's 3 blues that need to be dealt with before that one can come into play. Challenge for Rios and Perret right now. When you look at the scoreboard, the only easy red to remove is that stone that's in the picture at the top 12. So if you do make a play into your blues near the button and you end up leaving some rocks around, that top red might come into play. So they're going to just get rid of it and let Epping and Weagle sort out what they're going to do.
That's so unlucky.
That's what it takes to stop Rois. Bullshit luck. That's the only thing that'll fuck him up. Try and line 3, I think, right?
Try to roll it off if you can. Yeah, huh?
So quiet weight hit here coming from Martin Rios.
Okay.
Gonna roll in towards the middle somewhere. Good result. May have lined up that blue, blue, blue. Again, just so few rocks thrown in this format that if you end up giving a couple away, as John did here in the 6th, his first one coming up light, second one just chipping his own away. Now you're down to only 2 rocks to come, and you're trying to score a big end, and not much you can do. How do you figure a way to try to get that back red into play? It's just not easy right now. They're actually going to run the top one back, or play a thin double, rather. Hoping to pick the top blue off the button cleanly. And certainly lying 1, maybe 2. Problem is that red got spun out into the open, so it's again left an easy double here for the Swiss. So just nothing working out well for Weagle and Epping so far in this one. Make contact almost anywhere with that red, and they both should easily go. Certainly get out of the 8-foot anyway. Well, Jenny Perret with her last rock here, and end number 6. Looking to make some reds disappear. This is way out there. Needs a curl to make contact. And there is the break that Epping and Weagle have been waiting for. So draw for 3 out of nowhere. And a chance to get back in this one. So needing full 8. Not heavy. Epping's going to have to go on this. Really going to have to go. And it's getting close to the blue as well. It's by. Well swept. John Epping goes end to end. Tighten things up in this quarterfinal. A much needed 3 for Weagle and Epping. So with that 3-ender, Perret and Rois have the last rock advantage here in end number 7, and they've elected to use the power play. I'll give you some updates across the sheets. That tight game between Moa Dodds and Jones and Lang has gotten even tighter. It was 4-2. Jennifer Jones actually had a hit for 3, only got 2 in the 6th end. So they did tie it up though. So they've come back after being down 3-0 early. It's now 4-4 playing end number 7. Mowat and Dodds with the hammer and the power play. As mentioned earlier, Home and Tardy did steal one to get within 1. Walker Myers used the power play as well. And Bobby Sauter had an in-off double for a big end over on sheet A. She ended up getting 3, could have been 4 or more, but they've also tightened up the score over there. It's now 7-5 for Caldby and Lil as they're into the 7th end, and a power play also in play there for the Estonians. So two decent options here for Weagle and Epping is Try to steal one or only give up one. Giving up two, it just becomes really difficult to generate more than 3 points. It has happened in the past where teams have scored 4 or more coming home, but you can even say Perret and Rois, when they won their world championship, they did take 4 in the final end to win by 1. So it is doable, but it's very rare. Decent freeze attempt there from John Epping. Partially buried, but certainly accessible for Rois. He's been so good this game. You know he'll be close. Just by the guard. Perfect weight. Lying 3. That's been the theme in this one. And the challenge now for Epping and Weagle is that latest Swiss stone is about a foot short of the tee line, so there's no easy freezes. Basically, Epping's going to need to make the same shot that Rois just did and try to create some sort of pocket at the back. A little more weight than Rois had. Watch the shooter, playing a little hit and roll in now. Not a bad result, but not the called shot, and certainly has left the Swiss an easy shot to lie 3. Give you another update here on sheet next door. On sheet 2, Home and Tardy have stolen another point in end number 7. So that is a tie game coming home. Walker and Myers just used their power play, so Home and Tardy have fought their way back to tie things up. But it's Walker Myers with the hammer heading home. Rois hit, rolls a little too far, rolls underneath, and it did jam at the back here, so there is an opportunity for Epping and Weagle to play a little tap. You heard John say you're going to play the same weight he just threw, so they're actually not playing the freeze. They're going to try to tap the top blue out of play and hope to figure out a way to hold one. I was referring to his first rock, playing a freeze here actually. I like this call better. Trying to get to the back blue. Actually comes up a little lighter than they were hoping. Not the easiest shot to remove, but there is I'd say about an inch or 2 of air to get by the guard and tap that out to lie 3. So the way Rois has been going so far in this one, you know he's going to be close. Makes a good one here. Lisa Weagle's going to have an extremely difficult shot on her last. Looking for just off nose. A little wider, it's trying to curl now. Good looking shot here again. Just off nose, perfect. Rolls by. So one option and one option only here for Team Weagle Epping, and that is to freeze to that back blue. There is definitely room to get by the one that was just thrown in and corner freeze on that one that's at the back 8 foot and limit the scoring here for the Swiss. Big shot here. Game on the line right now. Lines in the vicinity. John Epping working hard on this again to get around the stone at the top 8. The line's great. Will it stop in time? Will it stop? It will not. And that will be a draw for 4. And that will likely be handshakes here in our quarterfinal. Don't have multi-sheet coverage here, so I will update the scores here before the handshakes are happening. We've got on sheet A, Caldy and Lil in control. They are 4 up coming home against Sauter and Drummond. And as mentioned, Walker Myers are tied with Home and Tardy coming home. And Jones and Lang are 1 down with the hammer against Mowat and Dodds. Our next telecast will be coming up at 1 p.m. And there'll be our semifinals, as it was all Switzerland here in our feature matchup. It is Perret and Rois with 4 more. They'll take a 10-4 victory and some great momentum heading into the semifinals coming up later today. Please join us, said at 1 Eastern for the semifinals from the Hardline Open in Carleton Place. Mixed doubles Super Series. 10-4 final, Perret Rois over Weagle Epping.